Yeah, hey, we're here on the grid today for round 3, race 3 here at Indy. We finished P2 and P4 and race 2 a little earlier today. What a race for the team, our 2 highest finishes, both for Lee and for myself, and it takes a lot to make that happen. Getting the car to grid here takes people. Getting the tires on the car, getting everything, takes a bunch of people, takes a whole village. And we're pretty proud of the people we work with. They became a real family of ours, even though we're still a young team. Everyone here means a lot to us, and I thought I'd share with you some of the little nicknames we got for the guys and kind of tell you about what they do. Kind of the lead for the team, the lead for us kind of keeps the cars in line, keeps everything kind of moving is Greg. He's our lead engineer. He's got tons of experience. He's been to Le Mans, won Daytona. He's kind of been there and done that. We're really lucky to have him. And if you ever met him, he's really smart. He might remind you of Doc from Back to the Future. So we've been calling him Doc. He's super smart, really intelligent, keeps our cars just laser focused all the time, and he's actually a great driver himself. He's helped me quite a bit from a driver's standpoint to improve and learn a bit more about what it takes to do real racing at this higher level. So really thankful to Doc, and look forward to getting to know him a little bit better and bring him some more wins. So while Greg's in charge of both cars, he's in charge of the alignment, the tire pressures, the strategy and all that. Each car has its own individual team. I'll start with the 11 car. I'm working with a lead tech named John Bedell. If you've ever met him, he's a big, tall guy. He's been around forever. He's a bit of a legend. We know him as Paul Bunyan. And if you take a little look online, do a search on Google, you might find a picture that will tell you why that nickname came about outside of the obvious of his looks. He's really an awesome guy. He's got a ton of experience. For me to be working with a guy like that, it helps so much. Literally anything, he's done it, he's experienced it, and for me, just getting into this, it's awesome. Paul Bunyan, thanks so much for being a part of this car. And Trevor, Fluff Daddy, he is also experienced, but not just as like a technician or a mechanic on the car. He's also an incredible driver. So he and I have bonded on that, and I promised him at the end of the year we're going to get him in the car and see how fast he really is. He's kind of the guy that talks to me just before I get in and strap up, and because of that, he and I have got along really well, and I look forward to getting to know him a bit more too. Moving on to the 12 car, Lee's got our resident hipster, Nico, as a lead tech on his car. He comes from California. He's got that surfer vibe. He's the man. He's also known as the Italian Stallion. He's the good-looking one. He's a handsome man, and he came up and visited us in Minneapolis. He had a very specific coffee order. He seemed to really fit in well up at our shop at 311RS. He fit right in. He was calling it Cafe 311. He's our resident hipster, and we love him. And helping out on Lee's car at number 12 is Matt. He's got some funny stories come along with him. Actually, we call him Hop Along. There's a bit more to that. I won't get into it right now, but if you've ever walked at night, hit a planter, fell into it, gotten dirty, you might relate to Matt a little bit. Getting the cars to the track is a whole nother thing. Loading up, unloading. That transporter is full of all the equipment we've got that comes to the track, travels with us. If you look at it all in a one big pile, it is humongous. You're like, no way that will fit into a rig. Well, it does, thanks to Mr. Clean, our truckie, Mike. He is not only the best truckie in the business, he also really appreciates clean wheels, just like I do. So in addition to his duties as truck driver and kind of organizer of the rig, he keeps these wheels shining. And I like my gold wheels just like Lee does. And if you'll notice, we do always have them nice and clean, so really appreciate that, Mike. We've got Blake, who kind of bounces between both cars and Goldcrest cars. He's our data engineer. He does a lot more than just data, but that's his official title. He and I worked together last year on the GT3 Club Sport in SRO. We got to know each other really well. He ran that car pretty much on his own. El Blanco, as he's known. He is the man. I really look up to him and what he's done, not only from an engineer standpoint, but just knowing everything and learning and experiencing it. And also, he's young. He's definitely one of the future stars of our team, and we look forward to working with him and very thankful for him being on our team. Some of the management positions, some of the super key roles that we've got here, the guys who kind of keep us in line off the track. Tom, our GM, we know him as the Cheesehead. He's our resident Cheesehead. He's a big, huge Packers fan. As a Vikings fan and as just a general football fan, can't help but love a good Cheesehead. So thanks for him for keeping us kind of in line, putting some pieces together. As a new team, it's really difficult to figure out everything that needs to be done, whether it's ordering fuel, ordering tires, coordinating test days, going out at night. He's always got that covered for us, and we're thankful for him. He's our Cheesehead, and we love his Wisconsin jokes. Joining him kind of as his, not sidekick, but they're a dynamic duo. We call them the Queens together. Louis Ferguada, He's been my best friend for a long time. He was just the best man in my wedding. So he and I go way back. It's awesome to have him on our team. This has been our dream. So working together to get to this point is pretty awesome. He is our team mascot. What we love about him is when you come up to our rig or our garage, he's the first person you see. He's the one handing out our swag, making sure everyone's smiling. Everything is awesome when he's around. He's also in charge of our golf carts. He is the assistant general manager of our golf cart program. He usually has the keys with him. He's usually in one, and he's usually leaving them wherever he gets out of it. So we'll always know where he is. He'll know where the golf carts are. Yeah, golf carts, he and golf carts go way back. Not only love driving them, he loves riding them. Not always the best rider. He's had a fall or two, spill, broke his watch, broke some skin at Watkins Glen. So he and golf carts, they've got an intimate bond. So off the track, we've got a few other superstars. Lee's got his wife, Eliza. I've got my newlywed wife, Krista. Those two, they're everything to us. They travel to most every race with us. We get off the track, they're there, give us a hug, give us a kiss, tell us, how well we did, even when I finished P11, and I tell her I didn't have a good race. And getting, at night, they're making sure that reservations are done, and things are easier for us as drivers, which we have a lot on our plate, not just on track, but off track. There's a lot of things we're doing, and those two kind of keep us grounded. So really thankful and appreciative for that, and I love you, Krista. From there's a bunch of other people that make this happen. It's not just the core group of people here. We've got my father, Bruce, Jeff Myshak. Those two are team principals along with myself. With those two up by my side, I think that we've got a real good future here. We have a vision for this team. We love Carrera Cup. We intend to be here for a long time. From a partnership standpoint, both Goldcrest Motorsports and Isringhausen, those two guys kind of help us behind the scenes. They provide a lot of the technical support. They make it happen. They allow us to get some of these cars and process them and make sure that we're able to get on track and have fresh cars with tons of service and love. Without them and everybody else on the team, this really wouldn't exist. So very, very, very grateful to them and my teammate Lee for joining our program and making this possible. Let's go kick some ass out there.